Well, it was a men's soccer final for the ages. France against Spain in an instant classic. The United States women winning the 4x100 relay, the men falling short. The USA women and men will be playing for gold in basketball this weekend. We have some more impressive gold medalists from some of the smallest countries on the face of the planet, and we discuss the new Olympic sport of breakdancing. All that and more right here on Coast to Coast Sports. Welcome back. It is Saturday morning. We are recapping days 13 and 14 of the Olympics, the Paris 2024 Olympics. And we begin with men's soccer. France against Spain. It was an exciting final. A final for the ages. Spain led 3-1 early on in the event. France made a comeback, tied it at 3. And I was thinking, are we going to get to see penalty kicks? Because wouldn't that have been impressive? But no. Spain in extra time with 2 more goals. They win 5-3. It was a dominant performance from Spain, their first Olympic gold medal in 32 years. The home crowd. You got to feel a little bad for him. Spain coach Santi Denia said he's happy because his players sacrificed a lot to be here, and they deserve to win the gold medal. Of course, these are not the best soccer players in the world. If only Team France had Kylian Mbappe. What a tragedy it is that he was not able to play in front of his home country. These are not all the best soccer players in the world. Some of the top dogs in soccer don't play in the Olympics. It's not as bad of a talent pool as it oftentimes is with baseball, but it's not the same level that a basketball pool would be, or say a hockey pool would be. It's kind of in the middle. But it's still a good talent pool. Sergio Camelo, substitute for Spain. He ran into a beautiful pass from Adrian Bernabe in the 100th minute and delivered the game-winning goal for Team Spain. Then they wound up pulling off another one. Fermin Lopez scored twice. Alex Baina converted a free kick, and Camelo added a second goal as time expired. Camelo, his quote, "We are the happiest children in the world." The last time Spain won Olympic gold was in Barcelona. But they have been playing very well. They won at the Euros earlier this summer. They won the Women's World Cup a year ago, and now they have won Olympic gold. For Team France, after being down 3-1 and actually being booed off the field at halftime, France had a really good second half. Michael Olise fired a free kick that deflected off of the Spanish goalie. That made it 3-2. Then, with 1 minute remaining in regulation, Juan Miranda, he scored. It took an on-field review to figure it out, but he did score. Jean-Philippe Mateto, he was substituted in, drilled a penalty kick, but it was still just a tie game, and Spain was ready to come back, and they did. In extra time, Spain grabbed the momentum back. They danced on the field in Paris with what I guess is an upset, but not really. Spain is the better team. France was the home team, but Spain gets the win. It was a really fun watch. I was watching it live while filming my own video, so I was kind of in and out, but it was a great game. And congratulations to the Olympic gold medalist Team Spain. Sha'Carri Richardson is finally an Olympic gold medalist. She could not win in the 100-meter dash, but she does win in the 4x100-meter relay. The United States women bringing home the gold. It's Sha'Carri Richardson. She was the anchor leg. Gabby Thomas was also a part of that team. Gabby Thomas, who is already an Olympic gold medalist, she now has 2 Olympic gold medals of these Olympics. It was a race that the United States, they were favored to win it, and they kind of blew everybody else away. It wasn't all that close, which was interesting because it's a quick race, and Team USA, they raced really well. Great Britain took the bronze, um, but Team USA was out in front the entire time. Sha'Carri Richardson, very fired up, very pumped up. Despite, I mean, it's not an individual gold medal, but still, it is a gold medal, and winning an Olympic gold medal is a phenomenal feeling. Gabby Thomas ran the third leg and passed it off to Sha'Carri. The Americans, they ran a 41.78. It was a 0.07 second win over Britain. Britain, to their credit, they actually did not do very well with the baton passes in the first two legs. If they had nailed those baton passes, they could have won. Because they had a pretty impressive performance. Twanisha Terry was the leader, and then Melissa Jefferson running the second leg. Terry's handoff to Gabby Thomas. So I guess it was Jefferson running the first, then Terry, then Thomas. Terry's handoff to Gabby Thomas was pretty shaky in the heats, but they nailed it in the finals. And so Richardson, in the end, gets to take it home. She wanted it very badly. And I'm proud of her. I'm proud that she got it. Team Britain, like I said, they finished second. And they were very close. I believe Tina Asher-Smith was a part of that team. Yeah, she was. Asher-Smith, Imani Lansaquat was also a part of that team. Good team from Team Britain. Congratulations to them on that silver medal. But at least for me watching it, it didn't look close. Britain was trying to make a comeback. But in the end, Team USA had it. They had it the whole time. Germany coming in with the bronze medal. Their team never really seemed to have a chance. But they do get a bronze medal out of it. So good job. But the big story here, Sha'Carri Richardson. Now let's talk about the men. Meanwhile, the men's bronze medal game was not nearly as fun of a watch. Team Morocco absolutely cruising to win their first Olympic soccer medal. Soufiane Rahimi scoring 2 goals. Achraf Hakimi, Akram Nakash, Bilal El Khanous, and Abde Elzazuli. I really hope I didn't butcher. I probably did butcher all five of those names. But they all added goals as well. Morocco led 2-0 at half over Egypt. And then added 4 more goals in the second half to win 6-0. It was a blowout. Rahimi scored 8 goals in these Olympics, most of the tournament. Soufiane Rahimi, 28 years old. 28 years old. And normally, they don't let players that old play in the Olympics, but he was allowed to. Egypt has now finished 4th place 3 times. Most recently in Amsterdam. Morocco has been inspired throughout this tournament by its senior men's team, which was a surprise semifinalist at the World Cup in 2022. They were mad. They wanted to win gold. They beat the United States easily 4-0. But they lost a really close game to Spain 2-1. And they came out fiery. They came out looking for revenge. They came out wanting to prove that loss to Spain was a fluke. They are. They think they are the best team. I think they may still think they're the best team. 6-0 is no joke in soccer. They beat Argentina 2-1. Argentina, normally a really good team. Rahimi scored first in the 26th minute against Egyptian goalkeeper Hamza Allah, who did not have a fantastic game. El Khanous, who was actually suspended against Spain. So you had to wonder, could that have changed something? That's Bilal El Khanous. He comes back, substitutes in, makes it 3-0. Then Rahimi scores another one in the 64th minute. It was just all Morocco. Egypt was missing Omar Fayed because he was sent off with a red card against France, and they were losing Zizou, one of the team's overage players who had to leave in the 12th minute after pulling with an injury. But the bottom line is, even if Egypt still had those guys, I don't think that they were going to lose to Morocco. Morocco just played such a good game, such a dominant game. They were all over the field. They were scoring left and right. Congratulations, Team Morocco, on your Olympic soccer bronze medal. The U.S. men's team were also the favorites to win this event. They were also the favorites to win the 4x100 relay. The problem was, they haven't won it in 24 years. The men have won this event 15 times, but they haven't won it in the past 6 Olympics because of baton pass failures. And what do you know? It happened again. Team USA, without Noah Lyles because he had COVID, botched the handoff. So Christian Coleman was the replacement. Kenny Bednarek was running the second leg. Kyrie King running the third leg. And Fred Curley, he was the anchor leg to bring it home. Fred Curley and Kenny Bednarek already have medals. Kyrie King and Christian Coleman do not. And Coleman botched the pass to Kenny Bednarek. You see it right there. They were very much struggling to get that pass off. It set USA back about 2 seconds, and it also earned them a disqualification. Bednarek had to nearly stop completely to accept the baton. The exchange was late, and in the end, they ran out of the zone. Coleman ran too fast. He passed the baton out of the zone. That was why they were disqualified. They would not have won a medal either way, though. They would not have won a medal either way. So that is now 28 straight years of the USA not winning this event. Carl Lewis, the legendary track star, says, "It is time to blow up the system. This continues to be completely unacceptable. It is clear that everyone at USA Track and Field is more concerned with relationships than winning. No athlete should step on the track and run another relay until this program is changed top to bottom." Wow. You have to wonder what could have happened if Noah Lyles was there. Because again, Coleman was not meant to be part of this team, and he was the guy who botched the pass. Excuse me. So, if Noah Lyles had been there, would things have gone differently? Maybe. But it's hard to say, because Team USA has struggled with this thing before. Let's talk about Team Canada, though. Team Canada, impressive performance from them. Their 4x100 relay team, anchored by one of the most successful Olympians of all time, Andre DeGrasse of Canada, now tying Penny Oleksiak as Canada's most decorated Olympian with 7 medals. Andre DeGrasse has been running for Canada since 2012. He ran the anchor leg, Canada posting a winning time of 37.5. Aaron Brown, Jerome Blake, Brendan Rodney. They won the silver in Tokyo. They win the gold here. So impressive for Andre DeGrasse. He's a 29-year-old sprinter. He won a bronze in Rio, a silver in Tokyo. He is a former gold medalist years ago. But at 29 years old, people kind of counted him out for these Olympics. So it's kind of a cool story to see him be able to get out there and take a gold medal. South Africa, they win the silver medal. And again, impressive for them. I don't think they've ever won a medal at this event before. Maybe they have. Maybe they had. But they win a silver medal. South African sprinter Akani Simbine winning his first medal of the games. Bradley Nakona, Bayanda Walaza, and Sean Maswagani of Team South Africa. They claimed the silver medal, which is a place that I think the USA wishes they could have been. Simbani ran a really, really good night. He almost made the 100-meter final, but he ran an 8.78 in the final leg. South Africa sets an African record in the event, 37.57 seconds. Shout out to Bradley Nakona at just 19 years old and Beyonce Walaza at 20 years old for Team South Africa. Way to go. Well, the women of Team USA once again cruising to another basketball win over Australia. USA and Australia has been a kind of a low-key great matchup in these Olympics. They battled it in the pool. They battled in water polo. In basketball, though, it was not close. 85-64 was the final. AJ Wilson, Brianna Stewart are leading this team to what seems to be an easy goal. They've won 7 consecutive. Now they are in the finals. They will be taking on France in the gold medal game, just like the men and women, both playing in the gold medal game. U.S. winning 85-64. And it was never even all that close. Brianna Stewart, 16 points. Jackie Young scores 13. AJ Wilson, 10 points and 8 rebounds, as well as 4 blocks. Kalia Copper scores 11 points off the bench. Australia struggled mightily to score. They scored only 11 points in the second quarter. And so for both the men's and women's, it'll be USA versus France. France is led by Maureen Johannes and Gabby Williams, 2 WNBA veterans. But Team USA is full of WNBA stars. I don't think that they stand much of a chance. I think Team USA will cruise to the win. They've won 7 straight for the women, so they will likely be winning their 8th straight gold medal later today. And the men taking on France as well in the gold medal game. That is going to be really, really hype, really, really exciting. I cannot wait to see it. But yeah, Australia never stood a chance. It was expected that Team USA would win. I saw most predictions for about 15, but they win by 21 points. Diana Taurasi at 42 years old, looking to win her 6th gold medal. She's won 5 gold medals. Lauren Jackson of Australia is actually the oldest Olympian of all time for basketball. The oldest basketball Olympian. She actually missed the last 2 Olympics. She's a former WNBA MVP. She won it 3 times. She's barely even playing. But Lauren Jackson, shout out to her for even just being here after missing the last 2. So she's back. Her last Olympics was 2012. And if you're wondering, she was born in 1981, so she is 43 years old. Wow. But Team USA, they have the veteran leadership. They have the star power. They have young stars on the bench. This is a really good team. They should not lose. And they won't. I don't think they will. I want to talk about some more track and field, though, for a little bit. First, in the women's 10,000-meter race, Beatrice Chebet out of Kenya just pulled off a remarkable feat, one of the few women to ever win both the 5K and the 10K. I'm saying 5K and 10K. Really, it's called the 5,000 meters and the 10,000 meters, but really that's what it is. It's a 5K and a 10K. Beatrice Chebet already won the 5K. We talked about that in a previous video. It got really dicey between her teammate, actually. Kipyegon got in a teammate with Girma out of Ethiopia. Well, Girma was back. Faith Kipyegon was back. Everyone was back in this race. Chebet was back. Italian Nadia Battacletti, who, if you remember, Battacletti was supposed to win bronze in the 5,000 meter. Her bronze got taken away when they reinstated Kipyegon because they disqualified Kipyegon. They gave the bronze to Battacletti, and then they took it away. Also, Dutch track legend Sifan Hassan, who took the bronze in the 5,000 meter. She was back. So everybody was back. The race got off to a quick start. It was Eritrea's Rahel Daniel who led through the first 2 laps, but she dropped out after about 2,000 meters. So not even halfway through the race, about a fifth through the race, the Kenyans took over. It was a battle between Kenya and Ethiopia early on for the lead. Lillian Renguruk and Margaret Kipkemboi of Kenya were both right up there, and there's 3 Ethiopians right up there as well. I don't have their names, but I was thinking, could this be an all-African podium? Wouldn't that be cool? But Battacletti, to her credit, and Sifan Hassan, to her credit, They both just kind of chilled there in the back, along with some Team USA. Good for them. Along with some Team USA. Team USA's women did not end up really making a run at it. They were there for a while. But really the story was Kenyan, Ethiopia, and then there was Sifan Hassan out of the Netherlands, who is a legend in this event, and she is the defending gold medalist, and Badakleti. And so we thought that Sifan Hassan was going to make a comeback. Watching at home, I thought she was. And if she had a little bit more time, she probably would have. But it's a 10,000 meter race. It's not a 10,100 meter race. Sifan Hassan started to make her push. Badakleti started to make her push. They both went in front of the other Kenyans. The Ethiopians dropped out. It was a race to the finish between the three of them. And Chebet took the win. She took the win in 30 minutes, 43.25 seconds. And this is how close it was. Badakleti, who ended up with the silver, 30 minutes, 43 seconds. So she was just 1 second behind. In a 10K, that is insane how close that they were. Sifan Hassan finishing in the bronze position at 30 minutes, 44 seconds. So also just 1 second back. And Sifan Hassan now with 2 bronze medals for the Netherlands, but it's a tough one for her because she was expected to potentially win both golds, and instead it's Beatrice Chebet who does the unthinkable, winning the 5K and the 10K for Team Kenya. Congratulations, Beatrice Chebet. You've earned it. Continuing on track, these Olympics have been really, really good for the Caribbean islands, and now we have another one. Another win. This is for the Dominican Republic. Marilady Paulino, the first ever Dominican Republic woman to win Olympic gold. She won a silver medal in the 2021 Tokyo Games in the 400 meters. She only runs the 400 meters. She's a 400 meters specialist. She won a silver in Tokyo, and now she has won Olympic gold. At 27 years old, posting an Olympic record, a time of 48.17 seconds. Congratulations to her. Poland's Natalia Kaczmarek taking the bronze. Ireland, impressively, Rasadit Adeleke from Ireland finished 4th. Adeleke was the first Irish woman to break the 50-second barrier in the 400 meters, holding 7 Irish national records. I thought she was going to medal. She looked very strong coming out of the gate. So I thought the 21-year-old out of Ireland was going to pull off a crazy win. But Paulino just kept on going. We also saw Sada Williams from Barbados, another island sprinter, competing. She competed in the 200 meters as well. She finished 7th in the race. But shout out to her, the first Barbadian woman ever to win a medal at the World Athletics Championships. She won a gold in the 2022 Commonwealth Games. Sada Williams, she had a pretty nice event, I thought. And Williams actually, I think, was faster in the heats than she was in the finals. But shout out to Sada Williams. But in the end, it came down to the final 2, and it was really, really close. Paulino ran a 48.17. Bahrain's Salwa Aid Nasser, she was right there with her. She ran a 48.53. And again, shout out to Bahrain, another country we don't see very often. Salwa Aid Nasser out of Bahrain. She's a Nigerian-born Bahraini sprinter. Also a specialist in the 400 meters. She won the 2019 World Championships, became the youngest ever to do that. Now she is an Olympic silver medalist. But let's talk a little bit more about Paulino, because it is a fun story. The 27-year-old, born in Nizao, Dominican Republic, 5'8". She has quite a few medals in other games. She won gold in the 2023 Caribbean Games, gold in the Pan American Games, gold in the Ibero-American Games, gold in the Diamond League, gold in the World Championships, but this is her first Olympic gold medal. Raised by her mother and is the fifth of 6 brothers and sisters. She was discovered while studying in high school, played volleyball, and almost made her national handball team. She played for a year and eventually wound up joining the track and fields team for Team Dominican Republic. She's a Christian. She gives glory to God. Love that. Actually was promoted to second lieutenant in the military and has won several medals in the Dominican Republic military games. That's remarkable. That is remarkable. So she's good at handball. She is athletic in many other sports, apparently, and part of the military, and just won an Olympic gold medal. What a life that she has lived. Making her family proud. Good for her. And like I said, Bahrain, we're going to talk about Bahrain in a second, but Bahrain taking the silver. So 2 countries you don't often see up on the podium. I love when that happens. I love when we get to see new countries, new faces. Congratulations, Mary Lady Paulino. And so speaking of Bahrain, Bahrain has also won a gold medal at these Olympic Games. They won gold in the women's 3,000 meter steeplechase. And again, an Olympic record. Winfred Yavi, out of Bahrain. She wins the Olympic record, winning the 3,000 meter steeplechase. Not an easy event, right? The 3K steeplechase. If you've seen the steeplechase, that's the one where they have to jump into the pool of water. I saw a video the other day. That pool of water is like 10 feet deep. And they are basically jumping almost over the entire thing. It is insane. The leg strength, the athleticism that it takes to win at steeplechase. But again, it was very, very close. She said she wins it at 8 minutes, 52.76 seconds. Not even a full second behind was Uganda's Peruth Chemietai. Chemietai, 25-year-old steeplechase specialist who won gold in Tokyo for Uganda. And she was that close to defending her gold medal. I mean, she was that close. First Ugandan woman to ever win an Olympic medal. So she now has 2. So congratulations to her. Congratulations to Uganda for continuing her legacy as an Olympic runner. Faith Cherotich out of Kenya. That's the second Kenyan runner named Faith. I guess it must be pretty common over there. 20-year-old. At 17, she was a bronze medal winner. And now again an Olympic bronze medal winner for her. And Kenya, again, Kenya's really good at these women's events. Shout out to the Kenyan women's track team. They've won a lot of medals at these Olympics. Good for them. Ethiopian Sembo Almayu finishing in 5th place. And I believe there was another Kenyan in there as well. Yeah, there was. In 6th place, Beatrice Chepkoech. That's the second Kenyan track runner named Beatrice that we found at these Olympics. Former gold medalist at the World Championships, silver medalist at the African Championships, Beatrice Chepkoech finishing in 6th. And then another Ethiopian in 8th, Lomi Muleta. Lomi Muleta at just 22 years old. And she's only 5'6". Some of these women they're so short, and I'm like, how are they doing this? Elizabeth Bird out of Great Britain, she took 7th. But the big story still was about Winfred Yavi, the Bahrainian. She's actually Kenyan born, so she could have ran for Kenya. If so, it would have been another major win for Kenya. Instead, she runs for Bahrain. And she set the new Olympic record. Congratulations to her. Hails from Makueni County in Ukiah. Former medalist in the World Championships in Budapest, the Diamond League 2023, winning gold at the Asian Games in Jakarta and Hangzhou, and Doha, winning at the Wuhan Military World Games, at the Islamic Solidarity Games, at the Arab Championships in Cairo. She's been really good. She's been really good. Started competing at age 15. At 17, she was a top 8 steeplechase champion. and now delivering for the country of Bahrain, the tiny little country of Bahrain. Good for her. You don't see many athletes out of Bahrain. I love to see it when they do. So we bring you back to the medal count, and once again, it is China on top at 36 gold medals. We talked yesterday just about how crazy it is that China's winning all these medals because they're winning in all these niche sports, and they keep doing it. They just won another one in the gold medal women's team match. Let's see, is that updated? Let's look at it for China. If you look at their medals, because I just watched them live win the team event for ping pong, or as they call it, table tennis. And no, they haven't updated that. So they're actually at 37 now. I believe they should be at 37. Let's see if we reload it. Are they going to bring them to 37? No, they're not. But really, this should say 37. And China is now 4 gold medals up on Team USA. And I said earlier, if China can get to 35 medals, the pressure is all going to be on Team USA. Now, Team USA still has opportunities to win medals. Essentially, Team USA is locked into the medal for men's and women's basketball. So 33, but really we have 35 because we're going to win men's, women's basketball. Women's soccer should also deliver a medal. That puts us to 36. And men's water polo is playing for a medal. Women's volleyball playing for a medal. So if we can win one of those, we can get up to 37. If China, though, they could still get up to 38 or 39. I'm not sure if either country makes it to 40. If they do, they will win the medal count race. Team USA at 113, kind of been slowing down a little bit. Australia, 1 medal away from 50. France has taken a 1 gold medal lead over Great Britain. They're tied in the overall at 58, but Japan is now ahead of France at 16. So yeah, it's very tight. It's very tight. Canada is now up to 25 medals. I believe that's the most for them. Ukraine now into the double digits at 11. Belgium into the double digits at 10. Shout out to Azerbaijan with 2 golds and 5 overall medals. Not sure what they're winning these in. Kenya, like I said, 7 medals all on the track. Really, really good performance for Kenya. Israel with 7 medals. Wow. And we're now at 81, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 86 countries with at least 1 gold medal. Let's see if they've updated it yet with China's latest medal. They still have not. We were tied overnight at 33. China's already won 3 this morning. That is insane. China is just too good at these Olympics. But I want to shout out to South Korea for a little bit. Yesterday we did this with China. I want to talk about it with South Korea. Like, what are they winning all these medals in? South Korea has been really good. They're 7th in the medal count, 29 medals, 13 golds, 8 silvers, 8 bronzes. What events are they winning in? South Korea is insane at archery. Look at this. 5 golds in archery, including the men's individual, men's team, mixed team, women's individual, and women's team. They won a gold in badminton, 2 in fencing, 3 in shooting, the air pistol for both women's air pistol and air rifle and the women's 25-meter pistol. And they also have 2 golds in taekwondo. So again, South Korea only are winning these kind of niche sports, but they've got it. And they're really good at it. Taekwondo, shooting, fencing, archery, and some badminton in there. Yeah, it doesn't seem all that cool because it's like they're not winning swimming, they're not winning gymnastics, but again, it's like in South Korea, this is probably what they care most about, is shooting and archery. And kudos to them. They picked their lane, they got really, really good at it, and they're basically guaranteed at least 10 gold medals at every single Olympics because nobody else is even close to where they're at right now as a country in archery and shooting. Maybe, I guess they have to practice in case North Korea ever attacks, right? They have to be ready. I make a joke out of it, but it's kind of true. Really. But good for South Korea. They've been very impressive these Olympics. Clearly in the top 7 I guess not clearly. They're clearly in the top 8. Netherlands is tied with them with 13 golds. Canada today has just one more day basically to get 2 more golds. If they can, they'll reach 10 gold medals. I'm not sure if they've ever won 10 gold medals at a non-boycott Summer Olympics. Canada always is there at the top of the count for the Winter Games, but in the Summer Games, Canada right now in 11th. This is already their best Summer Olympics ever outside of boycott games. So good for Canada. Well, the women's breakdancing final happened yesterday. I can't believe I'm talking about breakdancing. Japan's Ami Yuasa taking the Olympic gold. She was the formerly winner of the 2018 Red Bull Championships. 6 years later, she's an Olympic gold medalist. She also won the World Breaking Championships in 2022. A member of Good Foot Crew, which I guess is a breakdancing team. I don't really understand how breakdancing works. I thought it was going to be cooler than it was, to be honest. It has not been confirmed to return, by the way, to Paris. To LA. So this might be a one and done. I don't know. It's kind of weird. A lot of controversy I saw. A lot of people just really this is the best breakdancers in the world. Yeah, I don't know. Yuasa started learning hip-hop in 1st grade due to the influence of her older sister. She was the B-Girl World Final in the Red Bull tournament held in Zurich, Switzerland, 2018. I don't really understand. They call them B-girls and B-men, I guess, or B-girls and B-boys. I guess because they're breakdancing girls and breakdancing boys. I don't know. To me, that's weird. She represents Japan, wins the gold medal. The silver medalist comes from Lithuania. Dominika Bonavec, Lithuanian Olympic athlete known as B-girl Nika, won the 2023 European Championships title. She's really, really young. She's 17. Born in 2007. I still am blown away. Obviously, there are even younger medalists in skateboarding, but breakdancing is a sport that I guess the kids are really good at. So she won a gold at the World Championships last year. She won a gold in the European Championships last year. Now she's an Olympic silver medalist. This is probably, I think this is Lithuania's first medal. Maybe they've won something else. I'd be shocked. No, they have actually, because 3-on-3 basketball, right? Latvia and Lithuania. So, wow. I mean, good for her. But seriously, shout out to Lithuania for being good at something, and it's breakdancing. But yeah, again, I felt like these breakdancing routines were just anticlimactic. I thought we were going to see better. There are some complaints like, where are all the black people, right? Because they invented hip-hop. You would think that maybe we would see more of an ethnic representation. I don't know. The bronze medalist came out of China. The men are going right now. The bronze medalist came out of China. It was Chinese breaker Liu Qingyi, also known as 671, and winning the bronze medal, 18 years old. Liu Qingyi. She defeated a French breakdancer. It's weird. They do it in battle, so it's like surfing. They do one-on-one style, so it takes a while for it to happen. Team USA did not represent at these Olympics. Our representative was Grace Sun Choi, and she actually lost to the Chinese. So shout out to Japan, shout out to Lithuania, shout out to China for taking the podium in women's breakdancing. We'll have an update on the men's results later today. Hopefully they'll be better, I guess, more competent. I don't know. Well, the beach volleyball finals took place for the women's side. Team Brazil with a big win over Canada. It was very close. It was the first time ever that the beach volleyball finals has needed to go to 3 sets. It was very intense. It was very hyped. There was some drama there. There was some tense. It was tense. Team Canada wanted it bad. Canada's Brandy Wilkerson and Brazil's Ana Patricia got into a finger-pointing shouting match across the net, writes Jimmy Golan for the AP. The referee tried to keep the peace, but it was the Eiffel Tower Stadium DJ who cooled tempers. This was funny. This was funny because they were fighting about a net violation. And it was the third set. Everyone was on edge, and the DJ starts playing "Imagine" by John Lennon over the PA system. The audience starts singing along. The players laughing and clapping. And Canada's Brandy Wilkerson was not having it. She was just sitting there pressed. And I guess maybe I understand it. Like, she wants to win. So she ended up getting a yellow card. The Brazilians ended up winning the match. They won the first set. They were down 11-5, but ended up winning the first set 26-24. Canada wins the second set 21-12. So Canada dominated the second set. And then in the third set, Brazil led 12-7. That was when the net violation happened, when it was 12-7. And then from there, so they ended up siding with Brazil, and Brazil ends up winning the final. I believe the final was 15-9. So good for them. Good for Team Brazil. Brazil just lost to Team USA in regular volleyball. So they need to win something. They win in beach volleyball. Ana Patricia had a great game. And yeah, shout out to that PA guy, the DJ. Imagine, the audience was loving it. I was laughing watching it. The audience was into it, though. It was funny, but Wilkerson was not there for it. She was like, let's get back to the match. I want to play. I want to win. I'm locked in. I get it. You don't want the crowd to be getting distracted during beach volleyball. But yeah, it was a fun game. I love beach volleyball. The men's and women. The men's play today. My prediction was that Qatar would make the finals. I was wrong. They're in the bronze medal game. I think it's Sweden and Norway for the men's finals, which is kind of crazy. Women's beach volleyball bronze medal went to Switzerland. Switzerland defeating, I'm not sure who they defeated. But Switzerland took the bronze medal. Switzerland's, both of their teams did very well. Tanja Humerly and Nina Brunner. They played very well. They were one of the favorites going into it. They defeated Australia 2-0. They win 21-17 and 21-15. Talika Clancy and Mariaf Artacho del Solar out of Australia finishing in fourth. So congratulations to Switzerland. They had two teams in the final 8, and one of those two teams just took the bronze medal. Good for them. Shout out to Hungary, who is apparently the most dominant country in marathon swimming. Marathon swimming, not one that we hear a lot about. They're swimming in the Seine River. It's very dirty. It's very kind of mucky. It's a strong current. Nobody really loves doing it. But Team Hungary, with a gold and bronze medalist Krzysztof Razowski of Hungary, he won the event. He said he would rather not swim in the Seine ever again. He said the only reason he wanted to do the open swim was because he wanted a photo next to the Eiffel Tower. Oh no, he didn't say that. That was Daniel Whiffen of Ireland who said that. And yeah, it was a cool backdrop. Swimming throughout the city. People lining the streets, lining all the bridges to watch them. Thousands of fans cheering on the swimmers. Razowski set the pace pretty much the entire race. Oliver Clement of Germany was right there with him. It was an all-out sprint to the finish. Clement lost by 2.1 seconds. Razowski previously won silver in Tokyo. Now he has an Olympic gold medal. He says there will be a rapturous celebration when he returns to Hungary. David Bethlehem, also out of Hungary, he took the bronze. Bethlehem was very vocal about not wanting to swim in the Seine River. He did it anyways, barely beating out Domenico Accarenza of Italy in 0.6 of a second. The Hungarians had been training in the Danube River back home. According to them, it was a really good preparation for how to swim in a river and made us a really good advantage for us. Bethlehem ends up saying nobody was sick, he's okay, he's happy he got the medal. And good for Team Hungary. They've been having a low-key pretty good Olympics. Yeah, good for them. Ireland's Whiffen, by the way, he won the 800-meter freestyle in the pool. He got tested for E. coli. And he basically says that the river is clean. He said people are making up this whole thing about the river being not clean, but that it is. That was Ireland's Daniel Whiffen. So, hey, I guess there is maybe there isn't a controversy about the river. I made a video on it. Go check it out. There were some comments on that video who called me out and said, "Look, there's no evidence that the river is this bad." You know, there was a Belgian swimmer who got E. coli. Was it from the river? Who can say, I guess, but he is right. Whiffen is right. They're allowed to swim in it. So they clearly got the bacteria down. But what I want to see is the public. I want to see the public swim in it. That's how I think I'll really know. If they open it up to the public, that's how I know that it really will be clean enough. But yeah, shout out to Hungary, shout out to Germany, and Ireland as well. Whiffen, never an easy feat to swim in the pool and an open water swim in the same Olympic events. Daniel Whiffen did just that, so shout out to Team Ireland as well. We're talking field hockey now. The Netherlands, how dominant have they been at field hockey? Apparently really, really dominant. The women took on Team China. There's a ton of players in field hockey. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 player teams. The Netherlands against China in the women's gold medal match, and they won it. They scored 15 points in the group pool. China only scored 6, so China kind of had a little bit of an upset there. But China moves into the gold medal match. Netherlands winning 1-1, but they with 3 penalty shots to 1. So it was a very close game, low scoring game. There was a bloody scene in this field hockey. Dutch star Juicy Berg was clobbered in the face by a powerful shot when standing a couple of feet away from her opponent, writes Tyson Otto. I'm gonna be completely honest, I didn't watch field hockey. I'm not that interested in it. But I did want to talk about it just because of how good the Netherlands is. Yeah, so Team Netherlands beating China and the women's side of things. On the men's side of things, the Netherlands also winning. They defeated Team Germany 1-1 again and again, 3-1 in shootouts. So that's interesting. The same score for the men and women. The women defending their title. They previously won in Tokyo. The men did not win in Tokyo. The Netherlands becoming the first country to sweep the field hockey medals at the games ever. It's a historic win for the Dutch. The women surrounded by a sea of orange, Dutch fans filling the Yves de Menor Stadium. The men, it did not happen easily. So the Netherlands was down to China. Chin Yi scored early against goalkeeper Anne Veendenwall. They trailed for 6 minutes all tournament up until the final. And they trailed for a good amount of the final, but Yibby Jansen tied it with 9 minutes left in regulation, and they win it 3-1 in the end. The men, the same score. And then another shout out on the men's side to Team India, who took the bronze 2-1 over Spain. India is not a traditional powerhouse at field hockey, which makes it all the more cool. We haven't talked much about India, and I've mentioned, does India just, how come they don't win more? They're such a big country, right? I feel like they should win more than they do. I guess it's just because, I don't know. I really don't. Most people in the world, but they do win a bronze medal in field hockey. So good for them. Good for Team India. I think in 2028, when cricket joins the Olympics, India will be the overwhelming favorite to win that. So that could help them out. But yeah, looking at the medals, I think India has not won a single gold yet. They have quite a few bronze medals. No golds yet, though, for Team India. I might be wrong. Tell me in the comments if I'm wrong. But yeah, there were some brawls. There was a brawl in the men's field hockey as well against Germany. Duco Telgengamp, who scored the golden goal, ended the tie-breaking shootout at 3-1. He flaunted it in German goalkeeper Jean-Paul Dannenberg's face. The 22-year-old approached Dannenberg and made a shushing gesture. Poor sportsmanship led to a quabble. Germans came over to defend their keeper. But in the end, the Netherlands, it doesn't matter. The Netherlands winning 3-1 on the men's and women's side. Is this like a big sport in the Netherlands? Like the way that we watch football in the USA, is that how they watch field hockey in the Netherlands? I don't know. But clearly it's more popular than it is in the USA because the US did not do well in field hockey. All right, last thing I want to talk about today, rhythmic gymnastics. I promise I'm almost done, guys. This has been a long show. And it's an Olympics only show. Tonight I might talk about other things. We'll see how the Olympics goes. We'll see what happens. But I want to talk about the women's all-around individual gymnastics as well as the individual. So there's a team all-around and the individual all-around. And the team all-around, it was German Darja Varfolomee who won it. Russian-born, but she's competing for Germany. Obviously, Russia can't do it. She was the 2023 world gold medalist, 2022 silver medalist, and now the 2024 Olympic medalist at just 17 years of age. Bulgaria got on the board. Borjana Kalin winning the all-around silver at 23 years of age with a score of 140.6. And then it was Italy's Sofia Raffaelli who took the bronze, the 2022 World Championship. So it's hoop, ball, and ribbon. That's what the events are. There's a hoop that you jump through, there's a ribbon that you wave around, and there's a ball that you jump with. It leads to some pretty cool pictures. It's not as cool as artistic gymnastics, but it is, it's interesting. It is interesting. China took the team gold. Team China, who also did very well in the individual. They had 2 individual finishers, but they take the team gold with a score of 69.8. And Team Israel in second place with a silver medal. So Israel apparently is really good at rhythmic gymnastics. It was Italy in the bronze, Bulgaria again in the 4th place, and Azerbaijan in 5th place. Also featuring Uzbekistan in 8th. So some kind of, some countries we don't hear about all that often doing well in rhythmic gymnastics. It's not something the United States excels in. Clearly, they did not make the finals. But yeah, China, Israel, Italy, and Bulgaria apparently are the big dogs in rhythmic gymnastics. This is one of the few sports that does not have both genders. In fact, it might be the only sport that both genders don't do. Only women do rhythmic gymnastics. Men do not compete. So we are done with rhythmic gymnastics. Yeah, the USA, the best that they got was wow, they didn't even qualify for the team event. Their highest individual finisher was 19th. So yeah, Team USA did not show out in rhythmic gymnastics. All right, with all that being said, we're done with our show. Thank you so much for listening. If you made it to the end, we talked a lot of Olympics today. We'll be talking a lot more Olympics the rest of the week. Tonight, Saturday night, I will be doing another show talking about the final events that happen at these Olympics. Tomorrow, I will be doing one more show recapping day 16. There are a few team events happening on Sunday morning, so I'll do another show on Sunday talking about those. On Monday, I'll be going live on here to do a really fun show. It's going to be the Olympic Award Show. I'm going to be giving out awards for the Olympics. On Tuesday will be the Complete Olympics recap. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we'll be doing a little bit more fun Olympics post coverage. And then next week, starting on the 19th of August, big day for a couple reasons. First off, I go to school on the 19th. I'll be in school. But second off, we are starting on the 19th our week of NFL player rankings. We'll be doing coaches, tight ends, running backs, wide receivers, and then quarterbacks. And then on that Saturday, I believe it's the 25th, is going to be my top 50 NFL player rankings. Drew might be joining me for those, so hopefully he does. We're watching the medal ceremony right now for a badminton ceremony right now. With that all being said, go Team USA. Hopefully they do win the medal count. And thank you so much for watching. This is Coast to Coast Sports. My name is Levi. I'll see you in the next one.